Are you ready for your core focus? Today we're going to focus in on those obliques. Let's go ahead and get started. You just need you and your mat. So let's have ourselves facing towards that belly of the mat. Feet are underneath of our hips. Let's bring our chin into our chest, our belly button into our spine, rolling down. And we walk out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop on down to those knees. Let's have the hands underneath of the shoulders. Tuck the toes underneath onto the floor, and let's have those knees underneath of the hips. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to hover those knees up. Now we can stay here, or we can windshield wiper that lower half. Notice how my knees are staying underneath of my hips the whole time. They're not knocking together. We're really twisting into that waist for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center, lower the knees down. Now either stay here or go ahead, bring our right elbow down onto the floor for me. We're going to keep that left elbow where it is. We're going to tuck the toes, we're going to hover the knees, and we're going to lift the leg and extend it out to the side for me. Good. Lower those knees down with control. We hover, we lift, we side kick, and we lower back down. Now this is challenging, guys. So if we need to build up to it by maybe just coming into this little hover and then that little hydrant, feel free to. Or we can stay where we were just before with those bear hover twists. Last one, lift, extend, bend, lower and down. Perfect. Let's go ahead and come into that side prop position. So our elbow is directly underneath that shoulder. We're going to have those legs bent and the heels are going to be about in line with the bum. Let's go ahead and bring our fingertip up towards just our temple. We're going to rock back onto the tag of our pants, lift our knees up and bring our elbow to the knees and lower everything down. And again, so I want really this nice and controlled, guys. I want to think about as we're coming out of it, not letting gravity take hold and those legs just kind of thudding back down onto the mat. We have 3 more, controlling back, and 2 more. Think about it's all about that control. And 1 more for me, and lower back down. Let's free that bottom arm, and let's bring it out nice and long for me, so it acts as a little pillow. We're going to stack those hips, stack those shoulders. And I want us to think about being nice and relaxed everywhere in the body. From here, let's reach the arm over the head for me, trying to keep the body nice and still. We're going to bring the knee and the elbow together for me, and then we're going to reach them nice and long. And again, elbow to the knee, and reach and get long for me. Good. Now, as we're looking at, I know it's really tempting to look down towards the leg, isn't it? But I want you to really think about keeping that neck nice and long, so our gaze is just in front of you. We have 8, and get long, and 7, beautiful, and 6, and 5, keeping the hips stacked, keeping the shoulders stacked, 4, and 3, and 2, and last one for me, reach and get long. Let's roll onto your back and we'll meet onto our back for me. We're going to cross our left leg over our right. So we're thinking about being very, very ladylike. Like we're crossing our legs. Now, once we've done that, let our legs just drop to that right side for me. Let's bring our fingertips by our temples. Take an inhale. As we exhale, curve and over, pause, and control back down. And again, curling up and over, and controlling down. So when we get to the top, pause as if I was taking a picture, and then lower down. Good. As always, making sure that we've got a little gap between our chin and our chest. Our gaze is just towards those legs. Good. And 2 more. And lowering down. And last one. And come all the way down. Bring our legs back through center. Uncross the legs. Bring our feet level. And then from here, we're going to bridge up. Peeling the bum roll all the way up. From here, I want you to drop your left hip down towards the floor and squeeze that left glute as it comes up. dropping our right hip down to the floor, and squeeze that right cheek as we come up. Good, so we're really thinking about squeezing and that one glute as we come up, yes. And 4, we can feel the oblique kick in as it drops down and as we're trying to bring it back up. And 3 more, and squeeze, and 2 more, keeping our legs like train tracks still, and 1 more, squeeze, stay up, and then melt all the way down. Good. From here, let's meet up onto our elbows. I want us to think about tucking our tail under, keeping our chest up proud. We bring our legs up into that tabletop position for me. And we're going to let our legs come over to that right side, extend the legs, come all the way over with straight legs, and bend our legs and come back through center. Exactly the same, but now we're starting with the left side. Keeping that chest up proud, like we have that imaginary necklace on that we're showing off. And to the right side, extend, come up and over for me. Bend our leg and back through center. Last one. To the left side, are we still pushing away from the floor? Good, and bend, back through center, lower down. Help ourselves up to a seated position, and then we're going to go ahead and swing our legs around. We're going to start right back at the beginning again with our bear hover twists. So we're going to start at that level 1. We'll all start that together, and then if you want to continue on with me, fabulous. And if you want to stay where we were with those bear hovers, then stay there, guys. Now, again, hands are on top of our shoulders, knees are underneath of our hips. Tuck those toes, relax our shoulders down. Inhale to prepare, exhale, hover. We can either stay here or we can add those twists. Good. Twisting from side to side. You'll hear the squelching of the mat here, which is always pleasant. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center, lower down for me. Now untuck those toes for me. If we're continuing on, bring our left elbow down onto the floor. Keep our right hand there as a support. Tuck the toes. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, hover. Hydrant. Extend, bend, lower, and back down for me. Beautiful, guys. We hover. Hydrant. Extend, bend, lower, and back down. Just one more for me. Hover. Hydrant. Extend, bend, lower, and back down. Gorgeous. From here, let's come into that side prop position. Legs are going to be bent for me. And again, those heels are going to be in line with our bum. Pushing away from the floor. Spare fingertips towards that temple. And then exhale as we bring the knees and the elbows together and control it back down, keeping that chest up proud. Again, bringing it in and controlling back. Yes. And we have 5. Bringing that chest up back to the front. And 4. Keeping that neck nice and long for me. And 3. And feel length. And 2. Make sure we're not smashing those legs down to the floor. And 1. And go ahead and lower the arm down. Come all the way down. So we're in that side lying position for me. So again, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Let's go ahead and reach our top arm over the head for me. And then let's bring our elbow to our knee and control it out, feeling length. So we're getting as tiny as we can and we're getting as long as we can. Can you imagine that every time we're reaching our arm and our leg away, we're really trying to get that body even longer. The parts between our fingertips and our toes, we're feeling even more length. Good. And last 3 for me. 3. And reach and get long. And 2 more. Good. And last one for me. And relax. Let's lie onto our back for me. This time, let's go ahead and bring our right ankle, or our right leg, I should say, and crossing it over, very ladylike. Again, let our legs drop over to that left side, fingertips by our temples. Take a nice deep breath in through our nose. And as we exhale, curl up and over, and controlling back down. Again. And again. Noticing how forcefully I'm exhaling through those pursed lips. And 3 more, and lowering back down. And 2 more. Good. And last one, and lower down. Go ahead, bring our legs back through center and cross the legs. We're going to come onto a second set of those bridges. So again, thinking about our hips, knees, ankles all in alignment. Let's go ahead. Let's peel as we lift up. Let's make it a little more challenging this time. As we bring our fingertips up towards the ceiling, relax our shoulders back down, dropping our left hip down and squeezing back up to level them out. Our right hip down and squeezing to level. And we have 10. Breathing for me, making sure our train track legs are still facing forward. So we're not letting that leg flare out to the side wildly. Good, you got it. And we have the final 6. Nice little glute workout here too. 5. Again, make sure we're not rounding into that shoulder girdle. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And lower all the way back down for me. Beautiful. Let's meet up onto that prop position. We're tucking our tail under. We're keeping that chest up proud. Let's bring our legs into tabletop. From here, let our legs come over to the left side. Extend the legs long like a windshield wiper. We come all the way over. We bend the legs and come back through center. Let's drop over to the right. Extend the legs. Windshield wiper the legs over. Bend the legs and back through center. Let's do 1 more each side. Try to keep our legs squeezed together for me. Bend and center. Last one. Again, is that chest still up nice and high? Bend back through center and go ahead, help ourselves up to that seated position for me. We're going to reach the legs out nice and long, and then let's reach our arms up and stretch everything out, holding on to the back of the legs, the calves, the ankles, the feet, whatever you can, and then roll all the way up. And those words you've been looking for, you my darlings, are all done. Fabulous core focus, and I will see you next time.